Greetings, beautiful friends. Happy Monday to you. I trust you had a lovely weekend and are all ready to step into this brand new week. This brand new week ahead. Here we are with our usual Monday check-in and our inner compass forecast for the week. So with these inner compass forecasts, it's all about just really leaning into what is the lunar influence that we're affected by. And then I'm going to pull some cards just to help really get in touch with your inner wisdom, your inner compass. That's the intention of these sessions with you. If anything that I say confuses you, triggers you, or it brings up something that you need a wee bit more clarification or support or guidance, please reach out. You can put it in the comments below or message me directly. But let's dive into this week. So this week, the lunar influence is going to build as we can go into this week. It's not until the end of the week that we get the super new moon in the sign of Taurus. It comes in on the 16th at the end of this week. So really, we are still working with the energies that we talked about last week, about that last quarter phase of the moon in the sign of Aquarius. And if you watched last week's session, we were talking about the influence of that was all about bringing our attention from looking over our shoulder at the past and starting to look forward. Why I'm bringing that in as the focus initially at the beginning of the week is that as we look forward, what do you want to achieve? Where are you going? What's your most auspicious, beautiful guidance that you wish to bring in more of, experience more of? And that's so important because with this being the super new moon, and this is actually the first super new moon of this year, and it's called a super new moon because it's to do with how close it is to the earth. And so therefore, the intentions that you put in place, that you plant, the seeds that you plant at the end of this week, they're going to be more potent, more powerful, more long-reaching. And so if you follow this, right, so we've been guided nurturingly, slowly, kindly to bring our attention to the present moment right here. Remember, we all signed up to be here. Yes, there's a lot of discombobulation and chaos and turmoil. Take a deep breath. Come home to your soul. Come home to your inner peace, your inner guidance, your soul's mission. Each one of us said, I want to be there during these times. This is not to make you wrong or criticize or anything other than, yeah, I signed up for this. This is interesting. This is like bringing in some curiosity, bringing in some, well, here I am. And so as we start stepping forward with this, I'm not sure if I said this, the new moon is in the sign of Taurus. The sign of Taurus, and the ruler of Taurus is Venus. So this is all about the things that light you up, the things that give you comfort and ease and flow and harmony and balance and beauty. What is that for you? Are there seeds that you need to plant to create more of that? Is your home base, that's here, is it creating the calm, the soothing, the nurturing, the peacefulness that you need? I mentioned a moment ago, yes, there's turmoil and chaos and discombobulation out there. Can you bring peace in here? And the more we can do that, the more we can focus on the inner peace, the calmness, the collectedness within us. That's when we can start to feel in right rhythm with you. We all have our own right rhythm. What's yours feel like? This week also is a very big time to calm your nervous system, huge piece around calming our nervous system. What does that feel like for you? Maybe you need to do a wee bit more self-soothing. Maybe you need to just focus on your breath a wee bit more. But now that I've said that, let's pull the first card for this session. The first card comes from my Letting Go guidance system. As we navigate and flow through all of the different rhythms of the lunar phases and the card draws and the coming in touch with your own inner compass, as we do that, there's always going to be something and some things that don't serve us anymore. You see, you know that saying, things come, people come for a reason, a season, and a lifetime. We need to get clear on what is that. And then as we do that, we kind of say, oh, that phase is over. That relationship doesn't serve anymore. I release them. And in doing so, we actually allow each one of us to connect more deeply, more fully with our soul's mission. We all have one. What's yours feel like? And sometimes, that's the other part here too. Sometimes we don't know. Oftentimes we don't know. That's how come it's so important to keep coming back to a sense of trust and listen to your inner guidance, to your intuition. That's highly, highly important and impactful this week. And we'll start to get really amplified as we get closer to that super new moon at the end of this week. So if you get little pings of go this way or do that or say yes to this or say no to that, and even if your head starts saying, that's not right, or woulda, coulda, shoulda, no, follow your intuition. It will not lead you astray, even if you think to yourself, gosh, what would people think if they knew I was going to go this way or say yes to that or no to this? Take a nice deep breath and let's see what card is coming up for us. Oh, this is perfect. The card that's come up is to let go of struggle. Isn't that perfect? I'll just shift that so you can see, or maybe not. It is struggle. Struggle says, I'm not going to listen to my intuition, because getting involved in that dialogue, judging yourself based upon what you think other people think, that's time to let that go. So where does struggle come up, where it kind of takes you out of alignment with your soul's guidance, with your own inner compass, with your own sense of peace, or your own calibration to, I've got this. Maybe that's a mantra you need to bring in to just, I'm not going to struggle, I'm not going to resist, I'm not going to fight this, I'm not going to think that there's something wrong. I'm going to let go of struggle, because peace and ease is here. It's here. Take a nice deep breath. And like I say, if this is bringing up something for you and you need a wee bit more calming or soothing or just some guidance, or just need somebody to hold space for the trepidation and the struggle that you maybe have going on, let me know. This is intended to bring you home to the truth of you. So now let's see what tarot card wants to come up and guide us. Oh, this is good. Actually, I love this one. It's the Lovers. There. You see the Lovers? The Lovers, that really has a strong feel with that Taurus energy, that earthly pleasures, that thing that you feels beautiful to you. What do you love? Where is it? Is it here? Is it here? What can you do to bring in more of that? Maybe that can inform some of the intentions that you're going to start putting into play, or just acknowledging, planting the seeds. That's what we're going to do. As we march through the rest of this week, we're going to start really getting clear on what do we intend. And remember, I said that with this being the super new moon, this is about maybe even rippling out for the rest of the year. The intentions that you put into place may actually be that big, that important, that pivotal. Okay, I was just shuffling the Healing with the Angels cards, and one just fell out. So it's saying, yeah, I really need to come out. And that one was spiritual growth. Isn't that perfect? Spiritual growth. Now, everything that we do, we are spiritual beings having this physical experience. And so even the discombobulation or the turmoil or the resistance or the struggle, it's all part of our own spiritual evolution, our spiritual growth. Can you claim that? Can you name it and just feel it and just surrender to that's how it is? And can you be your own best friend? This is another piece around that Venus energy, that finding your safe sanctuary, finding your home here, being your own best friend. I don't know about you, but I wasn't taught that when I was growing up, that I need to be my own best friend first and foremost. Such an important piece. So therefore, we need to look after our body. Our body is the physical vessel which allows us to have these experiences, to animate these intentions, to flow with the current that our soul said, yeah, I want to be there. Feel into that. Feel into that, and then see how can it inform your intentions, your direction, your flow. So now take a nice deep breath. I'm just about ready to wrap this session up and send you off into this auspicious week ahead. Feeling into, yes, calming your nervous system, letting go of what's happened in the past, and start turning your focus to the future, your aligned, soul-led, sacred path forward. Planting seeds, planting the intentions as this week goes on. And so just allow your intuition to help you really struggle, get in touch with your big, I'm going to say why, but what I mean is your purpose, your soul's mission, your calling, your unique gift. This is about really aligning. This is about that whole spiral. That's what we're doing. We're spiraling up at your rhythm, at your pace. We are all doing it at our own best rhythm and pace. Like I said, if you need some more support or guidance, just let me know. But let me pull one of my Liberate Your Inner Truth cards to seal this off. And it's I am loving. In essence, we are all love. That's the core. Actually, that reminds me of a question that I sometimes encourage people to use, and maybe you can feel into this yourself. When trying to make a choice or a decision, ask yourself, what would love do? It's a really potent way of making choices and decisions and directions. What would love do? But let me read this out to you. I believe that no matter the issue, question, or problem, the solution is always love. In light of this, I freely and unconditionally share my loving nature. And that is what I do with you when I come on and do these Inner Compass forecast sessions. I wish you a superb week ahead. I'll be back again with you next week. Much love to you, my dear, and thank you for watching.